So this is a Korg 700S from 1974. Before this came the 700, which is basically the exact same synthesizer minus this part here, which is just second oscillator. You've got the ring modulators and noise sources. It got beat by, I think, a couple of weeks or days by the SH-1000 as the first Japanese synthesizer on the market, and then came this 1 year later. 700 came in 73, this came in 74. Video of today is, I mean, this is all stock, this is all absolutely original. I've never replaced anything on it, even the bulb, you know, still works. But the point of this video, I mean, is it's a very stable synthesizer from the moment you turn it on. I've never had any tuning problems with it. Since I've had it though, the second oscillator, it's never really, I mean, it tracks perfectly, well, it tracks well, but it's not perfect, and I've always kept it like this because it kind of gave it a little bit of character, I thought. But today I've decided to fiddle around with it, and if you look at the service manual, it's, you know, it seems pretty, you know, it's easy to do, basically. So I thought to do it because it's not a problem. I mean, it's nice when you got it in the dual oscillator mode, called duet, and it's, you know, it produces sort of interesting effects. But when you use the ring modulator, obviously if the keyboard scaling isn't correctly set, then you kind of get different, you know, the modulation starts to get different depending on the keys you play, basically. Even though you got, you know, because you got 3 different modulators. Yeah. Anyway, but check this out. That's a very broken Mac there, but look, this is the first oscillator. I mean, look how well we're tracking there. Perfect, 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 almost. Just the bottom C on that, just a little bit off, but we're perfect, perfect. And then second oscillator, perfect. Perfect, perfect, and again comes really sort of close. But I mean, it's, I can fiddle with this all day, and it's, you know. But so let's do something here with a ring mod. Where we at? Do that, a bit of this, a bit of that, and put the mixer all the way up. And bring in a bit of vibrato, a bit of this, a bit of that. Give a bit of reverb on here, because it's always nice to put a bit of reverb on things. From the Platinum Verb. Bit of that, bit of this. Very nice. That's using the ring modulator, and it stays, you know, it tracks it well. Oh yeah, a bit of portamento as well, right? Bender. There you go. And we can also make same old fat basses. It won't be the same sort of sound as it was before though, but you can still, let's turn that off, turn that portamento off, put a bit of vibrato, that down there, put that there, put that there. This is how good this is, how simple this is. Very fat bass, eh? Some of these notes you may, keys, when I play them, sometimes if they sound a little bit funky and they go, sort of, it's not anything to do with that tuning on the boards or anything. it's actually the keyboard contact on here gets oxidized, and if you don't use this, it really doesn't like it. These instruments need to be played and they need to be used a lot, otherwise they go a bit funky. So it's because I've not used it that the keys sometimes get a bit shitty when you play them. But other than that, it's, you know, yeah, but you get the idea of it. It's yeah, fantastic. You know, what other, you know, instrument, you know, from nowadays, you know, do you think it's going to last this long? I don't know, to be honest. These instruments, and I don't mean just the 700S, but instruments of that era, really, you know, I mean, they're really quite special, and you can barely see them. There's all discrete components and stuff. This is the second oscillator board with a ring mod on there, and which was the additional part they added to the S, and then under there are the original boards you would have found in the original 700S, so your oscillator and your filter boards, power supply in there, yeah. Oh yeah, and also that MS-20, yeah? I don't like that. I've never used that in a single track, other than like weird drum noises. But I mean, what synth sounds like it's being boiled? That's it. 700S S Sport Turbo. This is GTI model, twin turbo. This has 2 oscillators for extra punch. Mega S for Slav.